Hi, my name is Tchou. I am a first-year MSFS student in the International Development Concentration. I grew up in California, grew up in San Francisco, but went to college in Los Angeles at UCLA. Before joining MSFS, I was a Peace Corps volunteer for 4 years in the south of Madagascar. And after the Peace Corps, I worked with CARE International, an American NGO, and did consulting work for USAID. As a Peace Corps health volunteer, my primary activities was to work at the clinic, especially in terms of educational messages, health educational messages such as HIV/AIDS, malaria, child morbidity, hygiene, the importance of using bleach, for example, in cleaning the water supply. And yet at the same time we did a lot of agricultural projects such as growing new crops, composting, livestock systems for diversification of food. And of course, education being so important, we work closely with schools, and we rebuilt schools. We had boys clubs, girls clubs, English clubs, football clubs, and this was very important because this involved the maximum amount of people in the village to develop their own village. So one of the ways that I keep in touch with Madagascar is through an organization that I created with a few fellow Peace Corps volunteers called Education Now. Education Now is an organization that I and my Peace Corps volunteer friends founded for 3 girls from the village of Ambatuabu to receive the best educational opportunities they can get to escape poverty. Education Now provides full tuition, housing expenses, living expenses, so that they can go to school without having any worries of having to work. I hope to go back in 2 years because I have promised the students that when they graduate from high school, I will come and see their graduation and bring a lot of gifts from America to make them happy. And another intended goal is to help them make the big move from high school to university and have them enroll in the best university that Madagascar has. In the beginning of Education Now, we did a lot of things out of goodwill and instinct, but we didn't really have a plan. So being back at school has really helped because through my classes I've learned a lot of new tools on how to bring structure and more critical thinking to the program. And this actually helps the students gain a better advantage at advancing themselves through education. In terms of Education Now, one of the best aspects about being back in school is that I can relate again to the students. So I really enjoy speaking to them on the phone and then asking them how's school going, and then they're asking me about how school is going for me. And in that sense, it reminds me of this great opportunity I have to be at such a great program and to be learning tools and learning from great professors. And this gives me a great joy that I'm going through the same thing as the students that are in Education Now. The biggest challenge for Education Now is always going to be with the students. At the end of the day, what we've done is provide them tools, funding, we've given them the opportunity. And it's about them. It's about them wanting to fight for helping themselves. It's always going to be about them seeing the value of education for themselves.